Hello, we're back with another video again. Some more fragrance samples to review. Um, I left a few in this box that I haven't tried, and then I'll review maybe 2 or 3 that I have tried, just because I mix it up a little bit, But couldn't resist trying a few of these because they just sounded so good, and I've been a bit impatient. So, um, yeah, there's a couple of hype ones in here, and then there's just some ones that I wanted to review for my own personal interest, because I was interested in them. So one that I do want to start off with is by Juicebox. Juicebox. It's called Goodmorning. I've got this from a little Facebook group, and I believe that these come in a discovery set with all the other jukebox fragrances as well, juice box, whatever you want to call it. This is from the Discovery set, I believe, so I was lucky enough to get this individual one from a Facebook group. So if you are looking for this, you can get it in a Discovery set, just to let you know. So I think I'll spray this maybe on the arm, because I've already tried this one, by the way, so I'll spray it on the upper arm, and then I'll save some of the other spots for a different fragrance. Yeah, so this one, the opening is really nice. It gives me like this watermelon fig type of smell in the opening. Yeah, it's very much like a watermelon and fig type of smell in the opening, but there is citrus there. The citrus smells a lot like orange, like an orange. There is some white florals in there. I believe it is magnolia. So the magnolia is the floral. That's the main type of floral smell you get. So, yeah, it's pretty much like orange and magnolia. That's the most dominant smell, orange and magnolia. And then it's very aquatic. There's some green in there. The green, I believe, is like violet leaf. So violet leaf actually makes this more green than you would expect. This is supposed to be an aquatic scent, but keep in mind, it is quite green from that violet leaf. Now, I don't know if there is actually watermelon or fig in there, so that's just something that I smell. But I do know that there is orange and magnolia in this. Yeah, aquatic. It's a little bit salty, but not as salty as some other fragrances I've tried. So it's not like your Xerjoff 40 knots. It's not as salty as like Salt by Alice Brooklyn. It's not as salty as Armani Prive Blue Turquoise. So those are a little bit more salty than this. This is more like a very fresh, not even that aquatic, just mainly fresh, a little salty, a little green, mainly floral. So I do think out of everything, the florals do stand out the most. So this is more of a feminine scent. If you are a guy, keep that in mind. This is more of a girl scent, so I would recommend this for a girl to try. Maybe not so much a guy. But it is a really great scent. You can tell that it's made really well by Dominic Ropion. He's the perfumer for this one. And another thing, though, the thing I don't like so much about this is it does smell a little cheap. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't smell niche quality, and it doesn't really smell even designer quality. It's more like a little bit on that toilet spray side, just a little bit, but not bad enough where it's going to put you off enjoying it. So it is a scent you are going to like, and it's not, I've smelled a lot worse than this. Like in terms of toilet spray smell, this is like, it's nowhere near the worst I've smelled, so my sister likes this one. I just let her try this one maybe about an hour ago. She really liked it. which was a surprise because she's really fussy when it comes to fragrances. It's so hard to find any scent she actually likes. So it actually surprised me that she liked this one. So she's like, yeah, this is totally my style. So yeah, if you are a girl, that's good to know that you may like this one if she likes it, because she's very fussy. So it got her approval. It's got my approval as well. Really nice scent. With that said, it is still a blue type of fragrance. Out of all the juice box scents I've tried so far, I would say this is probably the best juice box fragrance I've tried. I can't remember if I reviewed Feel and Chill already in a different video, but I do have Feel and Chill, and I have tried that one, and that's a bit of a flop in my opinion. I think that one's way more cheap smelling than this. So Feel and Chill is not as good. That's probably the best juice box fragrance I've tried. And then Cheeky Smile was also really overrated, even though that's grown on me a lot as well. Cheeky Smile, it's like more in that molecule fragrance type of genre. It's more like a molecule fragrance with some ambroxan and stuff in there, and amber, isoe, super, saffron, that type of DNA. So I'm gonna move on from that fragrance, and we'll review another one. But I just want to say I got even more samples in here as well. So as you can see, there's some loose fragrances here, like quite a lot. These all the extra ones I bought, and I just put them in the box. So I got even more now. So there you go. Like you can see they're the ones from Oz Fragrances, and then these are the ones from a Facebook fragrance group. So there's probably like over 30 or 40 in this box. So there's a lot to review, you know. So I do want to pick out one that I haven't tried yet. Maybe something that I've been anticipating for a while. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry for taking so long. Okay. Smoking Hot by Kilian. May as well start off with this because I think this may be a new release. I'm not entirely sure, but I know it's got some hype around it. Or if it's not hyped, it's very talked about at the moment. Smoking Hot, for good or bad reasons, this is being talked about at the moment, so I thought I'll try it. One thing I do remember another YouTuber saying about this fragrance, they said it was inky, like a very inky type of fragrance. So ink, the only thing that's really coming to my mind with that inky smell is like Encre Noir by Lalique. I know that's a very inky fragrance, so it'd be interesting to see how this smells compared to that. So I like this in the sillage, actually. When I sprayed that, I got this really nice smell in the air, and it really smells like cherry. In the air, I get this cherry vanilla saffron type of smell. Yeah, cherry vanilla saffron. Some wood and some like incense or smoke or something. But now when I smell it up close, it's very bitter, woody, like a cacao smell in there. I'm not sure if I can really smell that cherry smell up close, but it is quite medicinal. So I think it's probably a medicinal cherry. I think it's probably cacao. If it's not cacao, it might be a bitter wood or something. So I don't know. Sandalwood, guaiac wood. Maybe it's something very dusty. There's like a dustiness in there. So that's what gives me the cacao smell. But I did say it was a little smoky, and incensey, so dusty smell could be frankincense. Yeah, I still get this sweetness, and I don't know if it is like a vanilla or if it's medicinal cherry sweetness. But it's not as inky as I was expecting. When they say inky, I was really expecting it to be like a formic acid type of smell, like you would get in, like, you know, if you squash an ant or a millipede by accident and you get this formic acid smell and it really smells like ink. Like it has that inky smell, like Encre Noir also has that inky smell. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this, so this is more pleasant than I was expecting. So I think this smells better than I was expecting, if you put it that way. I think this is alright. I don't think it's a bad scent. I just think it's very subjective. So this is like something that you got to really be into that type of smell. You got to be like a fragrance enthusiast, someone that loves fragrances. You want something different. Try this. It's a little bit different. And it's obviously more masculine, more on the mature side, because it's the dusty notes in there. A little bit medicinal cherry. It's got that woodiness to it, a little bit bitter and earthy, and smokiness. It's a little smoky. I see why people don't like it, and I see why people do like it. So I see both sides for why it would be good, why it would be bad. But let's actually look at the notes on Fragrantica and just see what's actually in it. Smoking hot. And the name Smoking Hot actually kind of gives it away as well. Like with that smoke, you expect it to be smoky. So the notes in here are apple, cinnamon, tobacco, moss, bourbon, vanilla, and then there is organox, which probably a new synthetic molecule type of ingredient they're using in fragrances. I don't know what that's supposed to smell like, but tobacco definitely makes sense. That is the dusty smell I was getting. Dusty, earthy smell. Tobacco, it's dusty, it's earthy. I don't know where the cherry smell is coming from, but I believe that could be the tobacco as well, because I've heard people just say like there's cherry tobacco or something like that. I'm not a tobacco nerd. Let's just say tobacco nerd. Some people know a lot about like cigars and stuff. All I know is there's like cherry tobacco or cherry cigar or something like that. So it could be that. But let's just say it's normal tobacco, and the cherry smell is probably coming from the apple with apple and vanilla with tobacco. Apple, vanilla, tobacco just gives it a little bit of a medicinal cherry smell with a little bit of dustiness to it. Yeah. It's got like a little bit of a molasses smell. Now I'm trying to think of it. It has a molasses smell to it, like a shisha or a hookah. Like when I was younger, I used to smoke shishas with some friends and stuff. So I know that molasses type of smell. It's got that apple flavored molasses is the one we used to have as well. Yeah, I think it's quite interesting scent. I don't hate it, and I think it's all right. So cinnamon is the only thing that I'm a little bit unsure about. I think it's definitely in there because it's got that I don't want to say like tobacco vanille smell, and I don't really want to say Kilian's like angel share or anything like that. But I get that same type of cinnamon, so it's a little bit it's sweet. It's in there, and it's a little bit like more of a bitter cinnamon, bittersweet. That's the way. Yeah, bitter, sweet, and earthy, dry. When mixed with tobacco, it has this like I want to say like tobacco vanille angel share type of smell, but if you never tried them, then I guess it doesn't really help. So I'm gonna move on to the next fragrance anyway. This is it's okay. I don't think it's a bad scent. So if that makes a difference. Let's look for a new fragrance that I haven't tried yet. I got some Guerlain fragrances in here, so I want to review some of these because there's quite a few Guerlain fragrances that have came out. I've got the L'Homme Ideal Platine. I also have Habit Rouge Prive, and then I also have the new Tobacco Honey, and I have Tonka Imperial. So I've bought a lot of Guerlain fragrances in this box, and I think we should review one of them. Haven't smelled any of them so far, but I think it would be a good idea to start off with L'Homme Ideal Platine. L'Homme Ideal. Okay, Platine Prive. So this is also a Prive scent as well. And if anyone knows what Prive means, feel free to leave a message or a comment or whatever and just tell me what it means, because I don't know what Prive means. I just know there's a lot of fragrances called Prive. I'm assuming it means something though, whatever it means. Yeah, whatever I was expecting with this is not what I'm smelling. So I was expecting this to be like the other L'Homme Ideal fragrances, like the EDP, which is cherry, almond, vanilla, but it's got a very old manish medicinal smell. I think L'Homme Ideal EDP smells like cherry cough medicine or cough syrup. This is a citrus scent, so that has surprised me completely. And a nice citrus scent, by the way. It's really nice. I want to say lemon. It's really good quality lemon citrus. It's like fizzy, or yeah, it's like a fizzy, zesty, very natural smelling lemon or citrus, whatever citrus it is. It's really nice, but I'm not smelling anything else besides citrus at this point. So I do think it would be better to wait for the dry down for this one. Because I don't really smell anything else besides citrus, I think this is a better idea. I should look on Fragrantica instead of guessing the notes for this one. We'll look on Fragrantica, and I'll take a quick guess. The L'Homme Ideal EDP, that whole DNA, I know is almond and vanilla. I know almond is a common thing with the L'Homme Ideal fragrances. So I'm going to just guess almond, guess vanilla, and guess citrus. So citrus, almond, vanilla is my first guess, even though I'm not smelling all of those. I'm just smelling like a very nice quality citrus. This is a very summery, fresh scent so far. And while I look on Fragrantica, maybe it'll dry down a little bit and then see if I can spot anything else. Okay. So the ingredients for this is grapefruit, bergamot, almond, neroli, musk, and vetiver. So I was pretty much right except for the vanilla. And yeah, it's bergamot instead of lemon, which explains why I like it, because I do like bergamot. It's a very great, it's a very lovely smelling citrus. Bergamot is always very fresh. And you know what? I've said this quite a lot with a few fragrances recently, but this smells like Dior Homme Cologne. It's got that Dior Homme Cologne smell and Jimmy Choo Man Ice. And there's a few other fragrances in this box that also have that smell. So in a few videos, if you see me saying that a lot lately, it's just because I do think a few fragrances have that Jimmy Choo Man Ice and Dior Homme Cologne smell to them. Which was completely unintentional, by the way, but that's what this really reminds me of. Almonds, I'm glad I'm not getting a plastic or Play-Doh almond in there, because almond smells like plastic or Play-Doh. I'm not getting that in here, so that is already a good thing. And neroli, the neroli would just be like sweetness, you know, so I'm not getting a sweetness, I'm just getting citrus. So let's just say citrus, neroli, almond, vetiver, yeah, all those ingredients. It's pretty basic. That's pretty much, yeah, what you get with this fragrance. There's not much else to talk about just besides saying it's a basic citrus, but it's done very well, very simple, very natural, great quality. If you're looking for a nice summer scent, this could be it. Just keep in mind, it's boring. It's a DNA you have probably smelt a lot of times before, so it's not original or anything, but it is very nice. Nah, don't worry. I was just gonna say it smells a little bit like Sospiro Vibrato, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't actually smell like that, so don't worry. What's another fragrance in here? Okay, this one is apparently hyped on TikTok. From what I heard, by the way, I don't use TikTok, so if you hear me saying that, it's just word of mouth that I've heard from other people. But this one's Vanilla Powder by Matière Premier. Vanilla Powder, Matière Premier. The reason I wanted to try this is not because of the hype, by the way. It's because I do love vanilla scents, and I just heard this was a great vanilla scent. So that's why I wanted to try this one. I don't really buy fragrances anymore just for the hype, unless I want to make a video just to like let you know how it is. I'm getting to that point now where I just pretty much want to try things for myself, my own interests. So this is one of those scents I just wanted to try because I like vanilla. So let's see how it goes. Maybe I'll give that another spray because that was in a bad spot. Ooh, that's strong. That projects very well, and it's very strong. And it smells really good. This is like more of a light. No, not light. A white vanilla. Because with vanillas, you have like your dark vanilla, and then you have like your lighter white vanillas. I want to say this is more of a white vanilla than a dark one. It's not like boozy, but it's got like a little bit of a muskiness to it. Musky, creamy vanilla, which is the type of vanilla I really do like. I like when it's creamy and white. Okay, that sounds really wrong, but yeah, I like a creamy vanilla, so that's all you need to know. But I smell pepper or something in here as well, like this. There's something in there that is interfering with that experience for me. And it smells like pepper. So the dry down of this may actually be bad. I don't know about the dry down. So far the opening is nice. But the pepper scares me a little bit. I think that pepper in the dry down may be too intense. Yeah, but I get like dry wood. So this is interesting. This is like a woody vanilla with some pepper in there, but it's not a dark scent. Typically, your woody vanillas would be dark vanillas, and they'll be on the boozy side as well, or the smoky side. This is like manages to have dry wood with a creamy white vanilla and like this pepper to it, while also being not boozy and not really smoky either. What is that smell? It's something. There's something in there that I can't figure it out. But it's very bitter. There's a bitterness in there that's just. I don't know if it's pepper or I don't know what it is. Well, I probably do know what it is. I just can't think of it right now. So. Yeah. Oh, actually, I think I've smelt. I was gonna say Latafa Rave now. There was something in there like leather or something, like a weird leathery smell that I got in Latafa Rave now. So it might be leather. It might be a really strange leather actually, because there's not many times that I've smelt like peppery leather, but I have smelt it before, and it's really weird when you get this peppery leather smell. I think it was in Issey Miyake Nui DC, and Latafa Rave now is when I had that really peppery leather. So I think it is leather. I think it's pepper or leather. Let's have a look on Fragrantica. Even though I'm gonna assume I'm way wrong here. Oh, there you go. It's not leather. It's Palo Santo. So I'm not super familiar with this ingredient, Palo Santo. But I think there's a fragrance by, I think it's by Rido or something. It's called like De Los Santos, or it might be another fragrance by Matier Premier, Enson Suave. One of those has Palo Santo in it, and I don't like the smell of Palo Santo. So that's what the smell is, and that's probably why I couldn't really figure out what it was, because I'm not super familiar with that smell. I just know I don't like Palo Santo. So yeah, it is dry. Palo Santo is a dry wood, but it's very bitter as well, and that's probably why I don't like that bitter woodiness from Palo Santo. Even though it is interesting, it's a different wood you don't see that often in fragrances. But what is that peppery smell? Pepper. Okay, it's coconut powder, vanilla, musk, and Palo Santo. So the coconut is weird in this. I think the coconut has a very strange smell. But I can definitely notice coconut. The minute I seen it on the notes, I smell coconut now. So I guess sometimes when you're aware of the ingredients in it, you can smell it, and then sometimes you can't. So yeah, definitely get the notes. So the notes I'm getting on Fragrantica is pretty accurate to what I'm smelling. Just I wasn't really able to guess it immediately. So it's good to learn new things. Sometimes you smell a fragrance and it's a little bit different, and then it's good to train your nose to new scents all the time. That's kind of like how I've been getting better at guessing these notes a lot, is just from trying so many fragrances. And sometimes you get a fragrance like this that helps train your nose to a new smell. So I think after this, I'm going to be a little bit more familiar with that Palo Santo note. That fragrance is alright as well, but it's not really my style. The Kilian Smoking Hot. I keep coming back to it, and it just smells like cherry. Like, each time I smell this Smoking Hot by Kilian, it smells like cherry. So, interesting. So far, I do think Goodmorning is the best so far, and then Low Medial, but I'll rank it at the end. Let's do a final ranking at the end of this video instead. And I think I'll review one fragrance that I've already tried, because this video has been going for 30 minutes, so I have to keep it a little bit shorter. Perfect. This one's called Narco Oasis by Narcotica. So I didn't really hear anyone talk about this one when I bought the sample, but I seen a video by the Bowtie Fragrance guy literally just like a few days ago, and he put this in the video, and I was like, wow, I just literally tried this one, and I don't want to swear, but I fucking love this one, man. This is such a good scent, so. Wow. Yeah, this is an amazing scent. So I don't really say many scents are like those wow scents, but this is a wow for me. Yeah. That's good. That is really nice, so. This is like fruity, and I love a good fruity scent. This is very fruity, very, very much my style. It lasts a really long time. This is completely unisex, so this is a unisex scent. I would recommend this to girls. For guys, only if you're a guy that likes fruity scents, I would recommend it to you. Yeah. It's great. So I'm just going to pull up my notes on my computer for 1 second. Perfect. So, I smell raspberry passion fruit in this. That's the main thing I smell is raspberry and passion fruit. It's more on a synthetic side, so it's not like a realistic type of fruity scent. This is more synthetic fruits, but done in a really nice way. It's not like your really harsh Mancera type of fruity scents, because they're a little bit weird. I don't like Mancera's fruity scents, but this one is not Mancera, by the way. But it's a really nice synthetic fruit. So if you get a little bit scared of synthetic fruits, this may be a nice one for you to try. A little bit in that style of like Herba Pura and those types of fragrances, but just way better. Like, this is just way better than Herba Pura. It's also similar to like Kajal Dahab mixed with Kajal's Almaz. It's a little bit like a hybrid between Almaz and Dahab, because I get that raspberry and that like apple passion fruit type of smell in there. It's musky as well, and on my notes, I'm just checking if there's anything else I picked out the first time I smelled this, but nah, I pretty much just said the same thing. It's like, if you ever tried those Tiziana fragrances as well, you could say it's a little bit like Kirk or Heli or Cassiopeia, like in that same style as those. I think there is florals in there as well, whatever floral it is. It's definitely not like your rose or anything like that, but it's I think it's more like a stronger white floral. Like, you got your strong white florals, and then you got your light white florals. So this is gardenia, magnolia type of scent. You know, like, is there any other white florals? It's not like tuberose or ylang ylang. Doesn't give me that tuberose smell. So I'm gonna say, yeah, magnolia, gardenia, something like that. Maybe frangipani. Could be frangipani, even though I think that's a yellow floral. More tropical. Frangipani is used more in like tropical scents, but this does smell a little tropical with that passion fruit type of smell. So who knows? It could be frangipani. But anyway, musk, raspberry, passion fruit, maybe apple, a little bit of pink pepper, gardenia, magnolia. Those type of notes are like pretty much what I'm getting in this. So just quickly look on Fragrantica and see what's in it. What's it? Narco, Oasis. So Oasis actually interests me. The name I would assume would be aquatic by the name. And narco usually meaning like narcotic. So yeah, the notes are a little bit different. It's actually peach, pear, and blackcurrant with some brown sugar, tonka, jasmine, iris, sandalwood, musk, vanilla, blood orange. Passion fruit is in there. So I was right about that passion fruit. And the florals, I guess, is jasmine. So it is a white floral, just it smells very strong in this. So interesting. The blackcurrant actually has this nice, it gives it this dark smell. The blackcurrant gives it like this darkness, which I do really like. The blackcurrant in here is done really well. Musk, obviously the musk is very prominent. It's like a musky, fruity syntheticness. What else is in there again? Brown sugar, so yeah, it's very sweet. That's where the sweetness is coming from, besides the fruit. Yes, it's sweet. You can smell the sugar in there, but it's not a burnt sugar, so I don't like the bitterness you get from sugar a lot of the time, so I'm glad that bitterness is not in here. Or if it is in there, it's blended really well to the point where it doesn't smell that bitter. Yeah, it doesn't smell bitter to me, so that's a good thing. Pear and peach, that's probably why it smells so synthetic, because the most synthetic fruits I smell in a fragrance, pear and peach. Is there any other? Oh, raspberry as well. Pear, peach, and raspberry are the most synthetic smelling fruits that I get. And I think sometimes melon can be a little synthetic. But overall, that's why it smells synthetic. It's probably that synthetic musk, synthetic peach. I mean, synthetic pear and peach, sorry, not musk. Anyway, before the video goes on for much longer, let's wrap this up with a final ranking. The best of these, okay, so if you're a girl, you would probably prefer Goodmorning the most. However, in my opinion, I like Narco Oasis the most, so I'm going to say this is the best, and if you're a girl, you'll still love this one. So, Narco Oasis, the best. Juice Box Goodmorning, second best. Third best, I'm going to have to say L'Homme Ideal, Platine, Prive. Third best, it's a really nice citrus scent. And between Smoking Hot and Vanilla Powder, ooh, that didn't dry down very well. So the Vanilla Powder hasn't dried down as well as the Smoking Hot. This is really tough because I think these are about neck and neck when it comes to how good they are and both having a few problems with both of them. So I really like the opening of this more than Smoking Hot, but I like the dry down of Smoking Hot a little bit more. So how do I rank these? I'm gonna just like imagine I was blind. I didn't know which was which, and I'll smell them. It's too bitter, too woody. It's just really bitter. Oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, if I smelt that, not knowing what it was or what was in it, I would prefer Smoking Hot. So I'm gonna say Smoking Hot. Fourth, and then the last would be Vanilla Powder. But yeah, this has a really nice opening, so do try this one. The opening is fantastic. Sillage of this is really good, but this Smoking Hot smells really good in the sillage as well. So overall, I'm gonna say these are also pretty good fragrances, you know. So I think I've got pretty lucky with this box of fragrances so far. I haven't really found one that I hate. So it's good that my money hasn't been completely wasted, you know, because these are all pretty good scents. Obviously, that is an amazing scent. So I would put this in like my top 20, maybe even top 10 favorite right now. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. Have a good day, and peace out. Like and subscribe if you want to. Yeah.